Ken Savells and Susan Duran are here to talk about an event that's coming up, Boone County Imagination Library. What is that all about?
What is that?
Never heard of that. Is that
Well,
new?
It's new to Boone County.
Good.
Susan, you want to give them a little history on it?
Well, the Boone County Imagination Library is a local affiliate of the Dolly Parton Imagination Library.
Oh, okay.
Dolly Parton started her foundation around in the mid-1995, 1996, as a way to improve literacy skills in her native Sevier County, Tennessee. And it was so successful and so popular that she was asked to replicate the program. So around 2000, she replicated it for other communities to do. So now it's in 4 countries, the United States,
Okay.
Canada, Australia, United Kingdom. And it is a marvelous, wonderful program to put books in the hands of preschoolers.
And this is this a program outside the local libraries?
Yes.
Yes.
So it's independent from the
okay.
regular Boone County
Okay.
Library.
Now, there's specific books that you get into the hands. There's a certain library of books that you try to get into the hands of these people. How's that work?
They're age-appropriate books. You can enroll your child as early as birth, and they're out at age 5. So in that 60-month period of growth, they get an age-appropriate book every month shipped to their home. It comes in a wrapper with their name on it,
Oh,
so
neat.
they get a book in their name, age-appropriate
Wow,
to the
that's
child. The
Kind of makes them feel good when they get that.
It is.
Yeah.
They like getting a prize. They feel like they're getting something every month. The first book is what, The Little Engine That Could? What's the last book?
Kindergarten, Here I Come.
Okay.
Oh, good.
This is kind of a primer to get them involved in reading.
To
Get them
immerse
excited about
them
it.
in
Yeah.
print,
Yeah.
yes.
What,
It
what,
is.
what excited you about getting involved with this?
Well, my story, it really comes from my heart, and it goes back to a Rotary presentation where the Arkansas Department of Workforce Services was saying how many people are on welfare in the state of Arkansas, and right now it's roughly half.
Yeah.
And so I asked him, I said, you know, I'm aware of your programs you've got, having been with CASA and things, but what are you doing to get people off?
Yeah.
And he said nothing. They don't have a plan to get people off welfare. There's only plans to get them on and help them, and it's
Help 'em
very
get-
useful.
yeah.
But how do we stop this? And education's the key, and that's, Susan and I were chatting and others, and one day my wife and I came across a program on public networks. They were interviewing Dolly Parton about her Imagination Library, and I'd never heard of it, and it was all designed to improve literacy skills, and the statistics they've got about how that improves the child's education once they hit school, going all the way through college, is just phenomenal. I was chatting with Susan. She said, well, I can tell you how many words a child knows when they get to kindergarten if they've been put in a corner and ignored,
Right.
or if they've
Yeah,
been
yeah.
talked to, or if they've been read to. And
It's
she
huge.
had
Yeah.
the numbers.
Yeah.
And it was a huge difference. And the more I talked to her and others about it, it just seemed like we've got to do this.
Yeah. So it's amazing how just communication excels kids, and if they don't have it, they don't. So
Exactly.
how does people get involved? How do they get a part of this program? How do they get to be? How do they interact? How's it all start?
Well, we were ambitious when we started in that we didn't decide to do just one area. We decided to do all of Boone County.
Okay.
So any preschool child from birth to 5 is eligible for this program. There's no income stipulations or
Okay.
anything like that. You sign up, you enroll, and get a book. Okay, so we have representatives from every school district, Alpena, Bergman, Harrison, Lead Hill, Omaha, and Valley Springs, that are helping us with finding the children and enrolling them. We have over 700 kids enrolled.
Wow.
Yeah.
And this has just blown out what we
Wow,
were
okay.
predicted to have, okay?
We
It
started,
costs-
first month shipments was October of last year, and we've jumped to 700.
and we haven't even been going a year, so.
Well, this has got to be paid for. Let's talk about the funds. How does it paid for? What do you need?
We need, roughly speaking, you need $30 a year per child. It's a little over $2 a month to pay for the book and to get it distributed. And it goes out bulk mail, so it's the least
Okay.
expensive mailing. Dolly Parton's foundation picks the books. They've got a board of director that picks the age-appropriate books. They buy them, they negotiate the book prices
Right,
with
yeah.
whoever's making the books. They warehouse them. They have the computer systems that members of our board go on and enroll children, or you can go online at imaginationlibrary.com, and you'll see at the top bar up there it says enroll your child. And Boone County, we took the geographic area of the entire county of Boone, and you can enroll if you're there, and as long as your child lives in Boone County, you're eligible. If you ever move out, you come out of the program. If you move into Boone County from somewhere that you were elsewhere on, then you're in our program, and we'll start shipping you books.
So they can go directly to a website and sign up. They don't have to go through you, per se.
No.
Yeah.
We have brochures, and they can sign up by paper, mail us at P.O. Box 1532.
Okay.
They can do that as well, too. Now, one of the stipulations of the Dolly Parton Foundation is that we do not ask parents or grandparents for funding. It needs to be totally free.
Okay.
So we are very reliant on the community to help us with funding for this.
Okay.
So.
Are you on a constant fundraising, or do you have specific fundraisers throughout the year? How do you try to help this program succeed? Yeah.
We're going to be in a constant fundraising mode with the success we have seen right now at over 700. We get 707
The need
children
is
at our
there.
last boarding.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We get such positive feedback already from the people out. Dixie Burke's organization and Ryan Claiborne's organization out working in the families in the field. They're already talking about, look at my books. And our Facebook page, Boone County Imagination Library, we've got pictures and stories there. But we're in constant fundraising mode because right now we're running over $1,400 a month run rate. If you figure it's a little over $2 a book per child per month. So we're out beating the streets trying to see what we can, get donations any way we can, and working on programs that will help us continue to fund this. Because we really just got started last fall. Our first 3 enrollees were relocations out of somewhere in Tennessee into here, into Boone County.
So they were familiar with it.
Yeah, and they were getting it, and one day Barbara Martin signed onto our database, and we had 3 people. Well, they were transferred from the other place in. So that was good to see. So our first 3 enrollees were moves from out of town into here, and we've picked up more. Washington and Benton counties got it. Bertie Wells, a retired librarian from the Mount Judy School District, has the program going down there, and her geographic boundary is the Mount Judy School District. And she's had this going to probably in her 3rd year, you think, by now? Been very successful down there.
Well, it sounds like it's going to be successful.
Good.
It's
You've
growing
already-
like a
the way you're
weed,
growing.
and
that's good.
we're so proud of the feedback we
And the
get.
need.
Yeah,
Yes,
unfortunately, the need is there.
Sure.
You can't buy books in Harrison; they're very hard to find. And they're only at Walmart, and when you can find them at Walmart,
Going to be more expensive, I'm sure.
yeah, and the selection's very
You're limited,
very
aren't
small.
you?
It's an
Yeah.
end cap display on a spinner. So this is in a third of the families involved with this. Statistics show that the Dolly Parton Imagination Library is the sole source of books in the house. And we've got stats.
So you've got to get that funding and keep it alive. You've
We
gotta keep
do,
it
and
going.
that's our goal, and we appreciate the opportunity to talk to you all
Absolutely.
about it.
Well, we want to encourage our viewers to take part in this.
$30 for a year for one child.
Yeah. And how do they get the funds to you? Do they have to do it online too, or can they contact you directly?
They can send it to our
P.O. box you're
address,
talking about.
P.O.
Yeah, okay.
box, or they can, we've had people drop checks by my office. I know people have probably handed Susan checks and the others, but right now we're just getting the word out as this thing just blew up on us, and it's a wonderful problem to have.
If you'd like to give and don't know exactly how to do it, you just call the station here. We'll make sure that the money gets to where it needs to go.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
You're
you.
welcome. Thank you very much for dropping in. And we'll probably want you to come back and to gauge
Certainly.
how the success is going, to see how it's going.
We'd love to tell you.
We'll do that. We'll schedule you back in 6 months or something like that, and we'll see how it's going from then.
We'll be happy to.
Thanks,
Thank
Ken.
you.
Appreciate it. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. Up next, we'll be talking with Melody Ward, and she's with us here talking about the CASA, and they've got a chili event that's coming up, and they are a good organization too. We'll find out all about that in just a few minutes. Stay with us.